in Europe there is there are GDPR regulations, and you would have to like allow for this kind of behavior. So is it all covered in terms and conditions, and no one is reading about like what's there, and always everyone clicks accept. I accept to have LLMs on my computer to analyze the content of the website, right?
Yes. So there was one of the changes that happened about 18 months ago. There was something about the enforcement of user protection in the EU that changed about 18 months ago. And the next day, Google had a new opt-in for all users, especially European users. And it said, by the way, Google or Alphabet owns many companies, including all of these, and we use your data across all of these platforms. And it showed Gmail, it showed Maps, it showed Google Search, and it showed Chrome, and it showed all the other ones too, right? And it's like, we use your data across all of these companies. We share your data across all of these. Click yes to continue. And so that's when gave away the privacy and all of that for your Chrome data to be used to inform all of it. And it included ads, included Merchant Center.
Wow. That's super interesting because is it in any way related? Like I was hearing, I don't know if these can be called conspiracy theories, but every now and then I hear about someone who thinks he is spied on through his phone or her phone. Like you have a conversation about something, and that something pops up the moment you open your phone.
That's true. That's happening. It's proven in court that was happening. Google may not have been doing it, but some advertising companies were. I don't know specifically if Google was in the ones that were proven out in court, but if you think about how all of the Google Assistant programs work, they have to be listening at least enough to hear you say, okay, device. I don't want to set off my phone. But okay, and then the trigger word. That means they're listening all the time, because they have to be listening for their name.
Mm-hmm.
So then, and they have to be processing that to know, to evaluate user interactions. How often is this user interacting? What are they asking for? Stuff like that. So the idea that they would be then throwing away that data and not processing it anymore is very idealistic. We would hope that that's what they're doing, but probably not.
But that would have to be on a system level. It's not like you have an app that can be always on, and this app is, by the way, Google Chrome. It has to be on a system level because this is triggering the operation system on the device. So this would be either, Siri or the other thing on Android, right? So it had to be facilitated through Apple or Google. There's no other way around. Do I get this right?
Yes, because if it were coming through Chrome only, like in Chrome when you do a voice search on your computer or even from your phone, you have to initiate it with a button. So it's operating system level on Android and on Siri and on Alexa devices. The listening is at the operating system. In the browser itself, it's not always listening, but you usually have your phone with you anyway.